Check this out. Jordan drive left. He ain't got no left. Watch this crazy shot he do. We done with the 90s. It looked even worse in slow-mo. Jordan's garbage. You ain't got no left hand. Pippen right there.
And this is when he first came back. That's number 45, Jordan. This year 90.
Left hand. You drive left, you don't get ripped. Look at that. Hey, for now, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Hey, yo, this the very next time down. We done with the night. Jordan, big trash. He want the ball. And he gonna turn and shoot an air ball? Garbage. I know y'all gonna get mad at me, but I didn't shoot the air ball. Jordan did. Late in the third quarter, and he gonna tell Lamar Rashad he was scared. Butterflies, man, you scared. These your GOAT's number late in the third quarter. LeBron numbers ain't never like that this late in the third quarter. Big ever. Look, he won it again. Watch this. Get that out of here. This y'all GOAT right here. Garbage. It look even worse in slow-mo. Look, get that shit out of here.
It was known. B-Souls reacted to a couple more things. Like, the word was out on MJ. Send him left. If he's Isaiah Thomas said, if he's on the left side, send him left. If he's on the right side, send him left. If he's at the middle, send him left. If he takes 2 dribbles, he's gonna pick it up. He about to shoot that motherfucker. It's been out there. It's been exposed. And what's crazy is we talk about it all the time. We concede it. I don't know why this is. Maybe the manner. You don't like the manner that, people are delivering the message. But we talk about it all the time. Those generations in those eras were less skilled. But if you don't like the way that somebody's saying it, change your tampon. I think that's part of the problem, first. And 2, get a grip.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, back again. Marlo Knows Basketball and Marlo Knows Boxing. Back at y'all with another one. I'm sick and tired of these idiots, man. I'm sick and tired of these idiots. There's a civil war going on right now between NBA fans. There are people that know the game and that people that don't know the game. People that actually have been watching the NBA for decades, such as myself, and people that just started watching the NBA in 2015 or 2012 that are speaking on the game and cherry picking lowlights to try to push a narrative. They've already lost the debate. Their guy, LeBron, his resume doesn't stack up to Jordan's. Even though he's playing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years more, he still can't amass the accolades or the accomplishments that Michael Jordan amassed. And they're trying to find different ways to prop LeBron up to make him the GOAT. When there's no logical argument, they resort to lying. I mean, let's just be clear. LeBron James is on his 21st or 22nd year by now, and he still has less championships than Jordan. He still won less MVPs than Jordan, less finals MVPs than Jordan. He still doesn't have a defensive player of the year when Jordan has one. He still has only led the league in a stat twice. He led the league in scoring once and led the league in assists once. Jordan led the league in points 10 times and led the league in steals 3 times. So Jordan led the league in a stat 13 times to LeBron's 2, even though LeBron has already played 6 or 7 more seasons and counting. So the only thing that they could really do is they had to go to all-time stats, which only show that LeBron is ahead of Jordan because he's played longer. He's played 6 or 7 more seasons, and like I just said, won less MVPs, less championships, less defensive player of the years. He's led the league in a 11 times less than Michael Jordan has, even though he played 6 or 7 more seasons. But they point to, well, he scored the most points all time. He has the most points total all time. So that makes him the GOAT. They're going to arguments like that. But then they don't count the fact that, in addition to LeBron having the most points all time, LeBron has the most turnovers all time as well. He's the only player in history to score 40,000 points or more, and he's also the only player in history to commit 5,000 turnovers or more. But they don't talk about that because their excuse is, oh, well, the turnovers, he only leads in turnovers because he's played so long. He only has that record because he's been playing so long. So, of course, he's going to have a record like that when he's a ball-dominant player. Newsflash. That's the whole reason why he has the most points all time as well. So that kills your whole narrative. So now you can't use that argument anymore. So you have to go to something else. And then the next thing that they tried to use, they tried to debunk the whole ring narrative. They try to discredit winning by bringing up people like Robert Horry and people like Bill Russell. You know, of course, the Robert Horry thing is just ridiculous because Robert Horry is a role player. He was never even a top 4 player on any team that he's ever played for in his NBA career. And the Bill Russell thing is ridiculous as well because Bill Russell averaged 15 points a game for his career. He averaged 15 points a game for his career on 47% true shooting. An abysmal, an all-time bad, especially for a big man. 47% true shooting for his career. He was terribly inefficient, and he only scored 15 points a game. Yeah, he's got 11 rings, but he played in an 8-team league, and he only averaged 15 points a game on 47% true shooting. But this is, and not only does LeBron James fans, the Bron-sexuals try to use these arguments, LeBron James himself tried to use these arguments.
At the end of the day, rings doesn't always define someone's career. If that's the case, then, you know, I would sit up here and say I would take Russell over Jordan. Russell has 11 rings, Jordan has 6. Or I take Robert Horry over Kobe.
Just like how LeBron called himself the GOAT, him and Rich Paul are a big part of creating these narratives. They use the same arguments that his fans are trying to use, which are completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. We all know that Michael Jordan combined winning stats and accolades to form the best NBA resume in NBA history by far, and it's not even close. The next guy that they tried to use was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Right now I have Kareem's stats pulled up from 1980 on, and obviously, yes, Kareem did win 6 championships, just like Jordan won 6 championships. Kareem has 6 MVPs, 6 season MVPs to Jordan's 5. Even though Kareem won an MVP, somehow he won an MVP without making the playoffs, which should have never happened. But when you look at Kareem's last 2 rings, I'm talking about 87 and 88 particularly, he averaged 17 points a game in 87, won a ring, averaging 17 points a game. And then the last ring he won, he only averaged 14 points a game. For his last 3 rings, he wasn't even an all-NBA player. Didn't even make all-NBA, first or second team. Back then, there was only first and second team. He didn't make either one. So he wasn't even a top 10 player in the league. You can't compare that to Jordan winning 6 championships as clearly the best player on the team all 6 times. So you had to throw that Kareem argument out the window as well. And over the years, as these arguments continue to be thrown out the window, and as it becomes more and more clear, even though LeBron is doing his best to play 100 years, no matter how long he plays, he can't catch up to Jordan. So now they have resorted to lying, just completely making stuff up and saying that Michael Jordan couldn't go left. He doesn't have a left hand. Michael Jordan, who averaged over 30 points a game over the course of a 15-year career couldn't go left. So he scored 30 points per game for 15 years, and just he didn't have a left hand. Nobody could figure him out. Nobody could stop him. All he does is go right. For all of you bronzesexuals out there, for all of you bronzesexuals who believe this TikTok narrative, and by the way, this is one of the reasons why I hope TikTok does get banned, because they spread misinformation. For all of you LeBron James fans, bronzesexuals, whatever you guys like to be called, that are trying to push this narrative based on some lowlights, based on a couple of lowlights from a TikTok video, stay off that stuff. I know you on that stuff. I know. Just say no. Just say no. That's what they always used to tell the kids. Back in my day, we had a program called Dare that told kids not to do drugs. Not to do drugs. And if you're high enough to believe that somebody could average 30 points a game over the course of a 15-year career and they couldn't go left, Michael Jordan himself has a message for you.
Many of you using drugs out there now are under 18. Do you realize that at 18 you have lived only 1/4 of your life? When you're using drugs, you're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be. And believe me, if you don't use drugs, you can just about be anything you want to be. Listen, you got at least 3/4 of your life to go. That's 3 more lifetimes to you. So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
If you truly believe that Michael Jordan couldn't go left, you have to be on drugs. You have to be on drugs to think Michael Jordan couldn't go left. Michael Jordan couldn't go left? What? He had the best layup package of all time. He could kill you from either direction. You think teams wouldn't be able to stop him if he couldn't go left? You think he would have won 6 championships if he couldn't go left? You think he would have averaged 30 points per game for his whole career if he couldn't go left? You think he would have won 10 scoring titles if he couldn't go left? Are you serious? And y'all are believing this. And these LeBron fans, these little kids that are under 18 years old, under 25 years old, I don't know how old y'all are, but however old y'all are, if y'all believe that Michael Jordan didn't have a left hand, you're on drugs. You need to get some help, like he said. You owe it to yourself. And as I'm sitting here talking, he's still going left. He's going left in ways that aren't even thought of today. I don't see players today doing this stuff. Players today ain't even capable of doing this. Are you serious? I mean, I know LeBron's your guy. You love him. That's why we call you bronzesexuals, because it's almost a sexual preference at this point, loving this LeBron guy. But stop. You can't just sit up there and make up lies. You can't just sit up there and make up lies like we ain't gonna debunk you. You know what I'm saying? It's only a bunch of little kids on TikTok. That's why it's finna get banned, because they spread misinformation. It's a bunch of stuff that ain't good on there, and this is one of them. This is one of them. This is one of the things that ain't good. Sitting up here spreading lies, flat out lies, as we sit here and continue to watch Michael Jordan go left with finesse, with English, with hang time. Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Just accept it. Accept it. If you want LeBron to be better than Jordan, tell him to go win some more championships. Tell him to go win another MVP. Tell him to go win a Defensive Player of the Year. He about to play twice as long as Jordan, and he ain't doing these things. And you got to make up lies to prop your guy up and say that Jordan couldn't go left? Like we wasn't going to debunk this? We all watched Jordan play. We all watched him play. And you think you're going to be able to just make up a lie and push this BS narrative and it's going to stand? And we ain't gonna win. The real NBA fans, the real basketball fans ain't gonna stand up and do something about it. Y'all must be out y'all mind. Bottom line is, if y'all was real NBA fans, instead of being on TikTok all the time, instead of watching streamers like Casanet and Aiden Ross, y'all would be paying attention to what happened in NBA history. When you watch an NBA Finals, they show you highlights of almost every dynasty, every team that won a championship, every moment. And they show you like a collective of all of those highlights before that NBA Finals game comes on. You see Jordan in the most iconic shot in NBA history in the 1991 NBA Finals against the Lakers, coming down the middle. He went up right and switched to left in mid-air and kissed it with the English off the glass with the left to seal the game. That is the biggest moment in NBA Finals history. The most iconic moment ever. And y'all said he didn't have a left, even though that the most iconic shot in NBA history is Michael Jordan going up with the right, switching to the left in mid-air.
Jordan suspended in air. That's beautiful. Breathtaking.
Then Michael came down. Woo-hoo. He went fake right, went left, cocked it all the way back, and then just held it for me. Turned all out. Now he's still hanging in there. He's still hanging. I'm sitting there saying, no, he is not going to do this. Not on us, not on me. Yes, he is. Floated, switch hand, and then kissed it with the English. So NBA, you had them like that. See, you had them going crazy, pulling their hair out. People going home the next day, to the office and saying, man, you missed it. You missed it.
This just shows you that everybody, all of these Bron-sexuals, all these LeBron fans that are trying to push this narrative to try to somehow make him the GOAT when he hasn't accomplished enough to pass Michael Jordan, they're pathetic. You're pathetic. You're pathetic liars. LeBron himself is a pathetic liar. Rich Paul is a pathetic liar. Michael Jordan didn't have a left now. That's what we're resorting to. That's what we're resorting to. Just flat out lies. Flat out lies. Man, I'm losing my freaking mind, man. I'm losing my freaking mind. This new generation needs to let it go, man. Let it go. If you want LeBron to be better than Jordan, like I said, man, tell him to go accomplish more, and then he'll be better than Jordan.
We have to do something about these old guys thinking they're so much better than us. Those plumbers and janitors think they'd average 50? Yeah, right. They can't play with us.
Yeah! We got the best shooter ever.
Yeah! The best foreign talent ever.
Yeah!
And the best player ever.
Yeah!